That was Noname Sundial. Kiki in the palm of her hand. Yo, comment, please.
Shut the fuck up.
No, it wasn't that bad. I'm not gonna count. It wasn't that bad. Let me see. Can y'all see this? Y'all can see this. I'm a pallbearer to this fake nigga error. I like that. The pallbearer. See, Genius, get your lyrics right. He said pallbearer, which is like the guy who assists in like the funeral or the carrying the casket or something like that. It has something to do with funeral stuff. I like that. So he's delivering the fake shit out of here. That's what he's saying. So, yo, as a whole, you know, I talk my shit. I'm gonna talk my shit, you know, but it's a great album. When I think of all the albums I've heard this year, is this the best album I've heard this year? It's hard for me because it's just been such a slow year. I don't want to say slow because people have dropped albums. So saying it's slow means a lot isn't coming out. But nothing's really been memorable like that. And nothing's really been quality like that. So on one listen, I would say this is the best album I've heard this year. Noname, great production selection here. We got a bunch of different producers. Like Berg did this last song. Not Young Berg. I don't think it's Young Berg. His name's just Berg. Young Berg goes by Hitmaker anyways when he produces. Gate and Judd, Nascent, AJ Hawes, Saba had like 2 production spots. Saba, Emil, Slim Wave, Yusuf, but it all almost sounds like people who contributed to this are in the same band and they're just taking different credit for songs they helped lead. And by that, I'm basically saying that the album sounds very cohesive, production-wise. Great production. I love the live instrumentation. The bass was great on almost every song. There's some saxophones. There are some chimes, some synths. Like there's a variety of sound and it's musical. Noname's music is always very musical. It doesn't sound like it was done on a computer. All music is pretty much done on computers nowadays, right? But it doesn't sound like contrived. It sounds like she had a live band doing the production for her. So if I would say this is, yeah. I would have to really think about the albums this year. I don't even remember this shit. And I react to albums on my channel. It's like what the channel is about. It's album reviews, album reactions. And I can't even remember like many albums from this year still. But I would be comfortable putting this number 1 on the year so far. This is a great album. Although I don't agree with all her politics. Although I do wish, like I said in the very beginning, that she would just drop this performative woke shit that is only a self-fulfilling prophecy, because you can critique people for not being as woke as you want, but then you're never going to be woke enough for the next woke person who critiques you. It's like, it's Ouroboros. Can we look up Ouroboros? Can we look that up? Hold on. I need to make sure I'm using that word correctly. Ouroboros. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. You see how the fucking snake is eating itself? It's an exercise in futility, bro. This performative woke shit. Let's go to the meeting just to make sure. I'm pretty sure I'm using that right. A circular symbol depicting a snake, or commonly a dragon, swallowing its tail as an emblem of wholeness or infinity. Okay, so I don't mean it this way. I'm meaning it's like, the way I mean when I say it's like Ouroboros is like you're just damaging yourself. Despite my critiques on Noname's politics and how she portrays herself on social media, in her music, she seems like a very cool person. She seems like a very cool person. She flows. I could never put on Noname that she does not write her raps. When I'm listening to Noname, like when I listen to other rappers, not just females, but especially females, because there's just been such a history in female rap where they get their raps written, but other rappers too. But when I listen to Noname, it doesn't even come into my mind that someone else wrote the raps. It all sounds like Noname. She's got bars, she's got flow. Flow is very good. And she has song topics. I like some of the song topics on there. On here, she had a song just about the beauty supply. I think that's very lighthearted. I think that's very necessary to just have these lighthearted songs that are not necessarily non sequiturs, but it has a topic, but it's a lighthearted, loose topic. I like that song. I like that that's on the album. I like the song Toxic. That's my favorite song. Had a whole baby on me. Fuck you, nigga. I like that song, bruh. I like that. In Oblivion, even though the best song titled Oblivion will always be Grimes, but I like this one too. So I know that's probably shocking to y'all, some of y'all, because I had a lot to say during this reaction that may have not been so positive, but I'm gonna talk my shit. That's what I do. So be sure to subscribe if you want to hear me talk some more shit, or dislike the video if you think I'm full of shit. It is what it is. I don't care. But the people who subscribe, I do care. Shout out to y'all. Point being, if I had to rate this album out of 5 stars on one listen, you know I don't like rating albums on one listen, because how can you rate an album, especially one that's lyrical, that's wordy, on one listen? I didn't catch everything. I didn't. But y'all like me to give numbers, so I'll give you a rough number. I get this 4 out of 5 stars. This is a great album. Great album. Y'all know I was ready to shit on this album. You should just tweet, this is me. I was ready to shit on this album, but yo, I'm not gonna listen to some shit that's good. I'm not gonna listen to some shit that's bumping and act like it's not bumping. Facts. Like I don't do that, bro. And even if it's an artist that I like Kendrick, I'm not gonna listen to some shit like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers that's kind of weak, and then pretend like it's not weak just because he's my favorite rapper. That's not what I do, man. Facts. So I was ready to shit on this album, but I think it's one of the best albums to drop after listening to it. And 11 songs, 31 minutes, perfect length. That's like my sweet spot. So shout out to Noname. She does it again. I didn't expect anything. Actually, I can't say I didn't expect anything different because it's been so long. I was just curious what it would sound like. And this holds up the quality that her other albums had. And I think it takes it a step above her other albums because the features on here are next level. You got Jay Electronica, you got Billy Woods, you got Common. Like, this features to me are a step up and they all make sense. So shout out to Noname. I hope I hope the money that you make off this album doesn't upset you too much, because we know you hate capitalism. No, I'm fucking with you. Make sure you donate all your money to the homeless. I'm fucking with you. I'm playing. Shout out to Noname. It's a great album. #1 album of the year so far, to me. What do you guys think is the best album of the year? What do you think it is? Is it weak? Is it tight? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.